Hello and welcome back to the Runaway American UK edition. Today we're looking at 10 things that are normal in Britain, but nowhere else. So this will be interesting. I'm not really sure what this will consist of, but let's give it a go, shall we? Here we go.
10 things that are normal in Britain but nowhere else. Ever visited the UK and thought, wait, they do what here? From peculiar habits to endearing quirks, Britain is full of customs that feel completely normal to locals, but leave the rest of the world scratching their heads.
Okay.
These are not just stereotypes, they're lived experiences, woven into the fabric of British life. Whether it's the obsession with queuing or the unwavering devotion to tea, the UK has perfected its own rhythm. In this video, we're diving into 10 things that are normal in Britain but nowhere else.
Okay.
Some hilarious, some practical, and all incredibly British. 10. Washing machines in the kitchen.
Oh, yes. Okay.
In Britain, it's completely normal to find the washing machine tucked under the kitchen counter, right next to the fridge or oven.
I feel like this is normal in Europe as well, because we had one in Hungary. This is how it was. I'm trying to think of. In Spain, it was in the bathrooms, but in Hungary, we had ours in the kitchen. Some people have them in the bathrooms, though.
Countries like the US or Australia, where laundry rooms or utility closets are the norm, this can feel baffling. Why mix cooking and laundry? The answer lies in Britain's architecture.
Beautiful. Love the
Many
houses.
British homes, especially those built before the 1980s, weren't designed with space for laundry appliances. Kitchens, being the most plumbed and powered room in the house, were the logical spot. It's not ideal, especially when you're making dinner and the spin cycle kicks off. But in the UK, it's just part of the landscape. Some newer builds include separate utility rooms, but even today, washing machines in the kitchen remain one of Britain's most puzzling normalities. 9. Obsession with queuing. The Great British Queue. There's perhaps no better symbol of British orderliness and quiet discipline than the queue. Whether it's for a bus, a sandwich, a cash point, or even outside the pub, Brits will form a line with military precision. And here's the kicker. It's not just expected, it's respected.
Okay.
Jumping the queue? Social suicide. Queue etiquette in the UK is sacred, and violating it can earn you eye rolls, passive-aggressive muttering, or a firm, "Excuse me, there's a queue, you know."
Yeah, I don't know about that. To me, that feels like that. It's very normal in the U.S. too, like queuing, at least, like from what I know of. Like, I've not really experienced many people who try and like skip the queue in the U.S. or do anything like that. In Europe, it happened all the damn time. It used to frustrate me to no end. Like, everywhere I went, no one queued, and when they did queue, they were always skipping. I have never, I've been to Disney World 1,000 times in, Florida, as well as in LA a few times. The first time I've ever had people, skip the queue in a, not, in a way that you knew that their, friends were not there, or they weren't, meeting with their, party, happened in France all the time. Everyone would skip, and it would infuriate me to no end, because I am one who waits in line for everything, and I would rather just be quiet and wait my turn. There are some people in the US who are annoying about it. They're just muttering and pissed off the whole time, but we tend to queue.
Might push or hover, but in Britain there's a deep cultural pride in queuing properly. It reflects a sense of fairness, patience, and stoic camaraderie. If aliens ever visited Earth and asked, "What is British society built upon?" just show them a queue outside Greg's on a rainy afternoon. 8. Saying, "You all right?" as a greeting. One of the first linguistic curveballs you'll encounter in the UK is the classic, "You all right?" or its regional cousin, "You all right?" To the uninitiated, it sounds like someone's genuinely asking if you're okay. Are you sick? Do you look upset? But in Britain, "You all right?" isn't a question, it's a greeting. It doesn't expect a detailed answer.
Yes.
It's the equivalent of saying hi or how's it going?
Yes.
A typical response might just be a mumbled, "Yeah, you," or even a nod and a smile. This conversational shorthand is very British, friendly but not too intimate, polite but emotionally reserved. It's casual, quick, and entirely normal in the UK. In most other places, it would trigger an awkward therapy session. In Britain, it's just hello.
I think, again, like, this one is similar to the US, where we, like, have, "Hey, how are you?" Or, like, "Hey, how are you doing?" We don't actually care about knowing. It's just, like, a question that we ask. Whereas in Europe, like, at least in other countries in Europe that I visited, that is not a thing. Like, if you're asking someone, like, "Hello, how are you?" Like, they're going to go into, like, a spiel of, like, how they are. In the US, it's widely accepted that if you say, like, "Hey, how are you?" You're like, "Ah, good, fine, thanks, you." That's it. There's no, like, "Don't tell me about your day. Don't tell me about what's going on with you." It's just a form of greeting. So "you're all right" is probably, like, similar to that. Like, "Hey, how are you?"
Electric kettles are sacred.
Yes. These
the
are
electric
wonderful.
kettle is to Britain what the rice cooker is to Japan. Indispensable. Practically every British household, office and hotel room has one.
True.
And not just for tea. Although, let's be honest, tea is the national fuel. Unlike in the US, where boiling water might happen in a pan or the microwave. Yes, really. The UK relies on fast, powerful electric kettles that bring water to a boil in under a minute.
Brilliant.
Making
Brilliant
tea,
invention.
instant coffee, pot noodles, or even sterilising baby bottles.
Yes,
Kettles
that's what
do
I
it
use
all.
mine for.
So central is this appliance that British expats abroad often cite its absence as a major hardship. You can take the Brit out of Britain, but you can't take the kettle out of the...
We did not grow up with kettles, which I don't understand why this isn't a thing in the US. Like, once I moved to Europe, all of my friends had them, and it was very, like, my office had one. It was, like, very well utilized. Like, we used it for, like, everything. I used it for me. Like, I bought one for my house because I was like, why did I not grow up with this? I used it for making my oatmeal in the morning. Like, I boiled my son's, like, binkies when he was a baby. We have one now, and I still use it, like, for just, like, everyday things. If I want something to be sterilized or I want something quick, like, to have, like, ramen quickly. It's the perfect, like, invention. It's so perfect. And I don't know how people in the US are fine with just putting, like, a cup in a microwave to make it, because it takes forever, and then the entire cup gets, like just hot. It's just a dumb way to do it.
6. The Sunday roast tradition.
Love a Sunday roast.
The Sunday roast is a weekly ritual that defines British home life. It's not just a meal, it's an event. Picture this. Roasted meat, beef, chicken or lamb, crispy roast potatoes, vegetables, stuffing, Yorkshire puddings, and lashings of gravy.
Yum.
Add family, maybe a pint, and you've got the quintessential British Sunday.
God, that looks good.
This tradition dates back centuries and still holds strong in modern households and pubs alike. Families gather for a slow, hearty meal that signals the end of the weekend and the start of a new week. While other countries might brunch or grill, Brits roast.
Yes.
The Sunday roast is a warm embrace, a comfort meal that remains uniquely British in spirit, taste and timing. 5. Bonfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night. Every year, on November 5th, the skies across Britain erupt in fireworks and bonfires to commemorate Guy Fawkes Night. The story dates back to 1605, when Guy Fawkes tried and failed to blow up the Houses of Parliament. The tradition started with burning effigies of Fawkes and has evolved into a national celebration.
Oh my God, that's hysterical that it's like, that's what they do to celebrate.
Councils organise massive fireworks shows, people build bonfires in parks and back gardens, and you'll often hear, remember the 5th of November, chanted by kids at school. What makes this unusual is that it's a holiday based on a failed terrorist plot. Yet, it's celebrated with glee and fireworks.
That's fantastic, though. Like, that's really cool that, like, you celebrate, like, I'm not laughing at, like, the fact that, like, someone was trying to do that. That's awful. But it's, like, crazy that, like, that's a celebration. It's really fun, though. It's cool that you've turned this into, like, a foiled plot.
It's
became
historic,
a celebration.
Slightly macabre, and very British. 4. Quirky sports like cheese rolling and bog snorkeling. The UK is home to some of the world's most wonderfully ridiculous sports. One standout is the annual Cheese Rolling Festival
Oh
in
my
Gloucestershire,
gosh.
where competitors chase a wheel of double Gloucester cheese down a near vertical hill. Injuries are common. Dignity is optional. Then there's bog snorkeling, a Welsh classic. Contestants don snorkels and flippers, then race through a trench of muddy peat bog water.
Oh.
Why? Because it's fun, apparently. While most countries have their odd traditions, few have formalised them into such large annual spectacles.
That's
These
amazing.
eccentric events
Oh, I was
highlight
expecting like a massive wheel of cheese. It's like quite small. Okay, I was thinking like this big ass wheel of cheese that they chase down a mountain.
national sense of humour, resilience, and a love of organised chaos.
Yes, that's
3.
very British. I think
Carpets
it's
in
amazing.
bathrooms. Yes, really. This one always shocks visitors. British homes sometimes have wall-to-wall carpet in the bathroom, while it's far less common in new builds. Older homes, especially from the 1970s and 80s,
Ooh.
often feature this head-scratching design choice. The logic? Warmth underfoot. British bathrooms used to be drafty, and stepping onto cold tile on a winter morning
That's why you
wasn't
get like
appealing.
a little you get like a little carpet, but a small one. You don't need wall-to-wall carpet in a bathroom. Yeah, the 70s were an odd time for architecture. It's like, as much as I love like the music in the 70s like architecture is like my least favorite time, I think, for like home architecture. It was just like the woods, the shag carpet, the crazy ass wallpaper, followed by the 90s, because my parents did have a pink kitchen as well as a pink and green couch. So I do think the 90s also had a bad rap when it came to when it came to
Carpet was a
architecture
cosy,
and, like,
if
furniture.
somewhat unwise, solution. While most other countries rightly favour tiles or waterproof vinyl,
Yeah.
this lingering relic of the past still shows up now and then,
I've never seen it,
and it's
but
undoubtedly a very British interior choice.
wow.
2. Overhead shower attachments on bathtubs. If you've stayed in a British hotel or rented a flat, you may have encountered the infamous shower bath combo.
Yep.
A mixer tap with a detachable hose, sometimes mounted on the wall, sometimes not. Some have no water pressure. Others spray unpredictably. It's a far cry from the sleek, standalone showers seen elsewhere.
Yeah, that's like a thing in Europe also. Like, it scared the crap out of me the first time I went into a bathroom to shower and I saw like no glass. I'm not kidding. I walked out of that floor like slipping and sliding all over the place, because like learning how to control the shower to like not just spray everywhere, it must be like a European UK thing, because like you learn it from birth basically. In the US, obviously we have like an enclosed shower, or we have like a shower curtain always, and we always have like an overhead shower. We may also have like a detachable one. Like my current shower now has an overhead shower. This is in Thailand. It has an overhead shower, but it also has a detachable one that I can use to like, for like, you know, like if I need to go somewhere that's not just overhead. So I think it makes sense to have both. I don't think it makes sense to just have the one detachable
This
one.
setup evolved from older plumbing systems where installing a full power shower wasn't always feasible.
Yeah, obviously.
It also saves space, which is often limited in UK bathrooms. For Brits, it's just the norm. For everyone else, it's a quirky splash in the face, literally. 1. The pub as a second living room. British pub culture isn't just about drinking.
It's the best.
It's about community. The local is the heart of many neighbourhoods. It's where people meet friends, celebrate birthdays, watch football, hold pub quizzes,
Yes,
or simply
I love a
enjoy
pub
a
quiz.
quiet pint. Pubs in Britain often feel more like communal lounges than nightlife
So cool.
venues. Families come for Sunday lunch. Dogs nap under tables. Regulars are greeted by name. And unlike bars elsewhere, many pubs open in the daytime and serve food alongside ale and banter.
Yep.
The atmosphere is
Awesome.
distinct. Low ceilings, wooden beams, beer on tap, and friendly chatter. It's cosy. It's welcoming. And it's a core part of British life. From odd bathrooms to unshakable tea habits, these 10 quirks reveal how Britain does things its own way. They may confuse outsiders, but for Brits, they're a badge of cultural pride.
Yes.
Whether charming or confusing, these habits make Britain, well, Britain.
Yes. Which makes it amazing, because I really do love Britain,
Honestly.
as he said. Oh, wait.
Would we want it any other way?
No, because it's fantastic. The pub culture, I think, is honestly one of my favorite things about, like, British culture, because you guys do pubs like nowhere else. I love the pub atmosphere, because it is much more like community based. It's more like fun. In the US, it's much more like we have like our bars and we have our clubs. Like, pubs are not really a massive thing. I wish they were, because it would be lovely. It would be so nice. When I lived in Hungary, there were lots of pubs that were like, because there were lots of like UK expats that lived in Hungary. So we did have a couple pubs that I loved going to, and they knew me by name. And I went there for Monday night pub quiz every single Monday. And I loved it so much. We had like Patty O'Reilly's and, gosh, now I'm gonna forget every name, but yeah, like I know we had Patty O'Reilly's, we had Beckett's, which was a great one. I love Beckett's. It was one of the bigger ones actually in Budapest, so not as much of a pub that I went to that often, but I liked it. There was one down the street from me that I went to every Monday though, and that was my favorite. And I knew all the bartenders and could just have a great time there. I love a pub. Currently in Thailand, I have an Irish bar down the street. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a pub though. I need to find a good pub here. They actually have a British club here that I'm thinking of joining that has a pub quiz every single week. So I'm like, that would be fun. You don't have to be British to join, thank God, because otherwise I would not make the cut. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.